In this episode of Growing Your Sense of Self through Self-Defense, we're going to look at a takedown, in particular a takedown from a blind attack, a grab from behind. We've seen one of those before. This is a different one, and a finishing move. We're also going to talk about what it is, the sort of physics behind takedowns. And my partner today is Miss Brittany. Is Miss Brittany?
Hi.
Hey, Miss Brittany. So, one might think that the sort of most impressive thing to do with a takedown is do some big guy and take them down. That, you know, bigger they are, the harder they fall. Miss Brittany's actually would be a harder person to take down. She is a fabulous athlete. Was a former elite gymnast, a spectacular aerialist, which she is now. We are in her school, Lux Performance Arts School in Fuquay-Varina, where she instructs classes. And she's got, obviously, great strength, great beauty, elegance, flexibility, and the key thing is balance in terms of showing this technique. So, very difficult to take down, to knock down, to push down, whatever. So, we're going to show a technique that takes her down. That's why we're on this mat. So if you're going to do this technique, you have to make sure you have a soft mat. And the key thing, the physics behind the takedown. First, let me show. You want to come over here, camera? You stand here. Face me. Now, you want to come over here with the camera? So I'm going to push her and see if that takes her down. All right. So I'm just going to. You don't have to fall down if you don't want to, right? I'm just going to push her. I'm just going to push her. She didn't get close to falling down, right? She just moved back. And the key with a takedown is the center of gravity is about where your key is located, about an inch or so on your belly button. And what you want is your center of gravity to stay over your feet. So as a former gymnast, right, if your weight got off on a balance beam, side to side, the center wasn't over the beam,
Right.
down you go, right?
Exactly.
On a dismount or you're doing some kind of tunneling or some aerial, if you land and your center is not over your legs, you fall forward, fall backwards, right? So the key is to keep the center over your legs if you're not going to fall. So if you want somebody to fall, you get the center off where their legs are. So I'm going to push her the same way I did last time, say it here again, but I'm going to step on her foot first and then push her so she can't walk back like she did. So if I push on there and down, whoop, whoop. So if I push on there and down, whoop, whoop. As a gymnast, she knows, come here. She knows to get that other foot back. I should have tipped that. No, step on feet. Bring that foot up here. I just came up to, yeah. Come on, push her. She's too smart. One more. I'm going to step on both feet.
You want me to?
I'm going to step on both feet. Get the other foot up. Push the other foot up. It'll be pretty close. Okay. All right. She's too tricky.
All right, I'll fall. Get me one more time.
No, that's all right. We'll do another technique. So that technique of stepping on her foot and pushing, because she's got such great balance and she knows what to do. She threw that foot out. Really, I should have tried to throw her this way. It would have been too far to move. But that's all right. It actually shows why she's tougher to knock down than a big guy. Knocked a lot of big guys down doing this trick. In fact, Chuck Wepner knocked Muhammad Ali. He's got credit for a knockdown on Muhammad Ali. Very few people did. Punching him in the chest. Now, no boxer can get knocked down by punching in the chest. However, as he went to throw the punch, he stepped on his foot, hit Muhammad Ali in the chest, and Muhammad Ali went down. So Chuck Wepner is one of the few men that knocked Muhammad Ali down, even though he wasn't a heavy puncher, because he did that technique. On purpose, accidentally, I don't know. I also used that technique on my son. We were sparring in Taekwondo. And he's far better, he's faster, he's stronger, he's more flexible than I am. But we were actually sparring in Muhammad Ali's old training camp in Deer Lake, Pennsylvania. And I stepped forward on his foot. He was trying to back up at the same time. His center got off his legs, he went down. So I got credit for knocking him down, even though I never could. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use the same kind of thing, but hold her, in this case, she won't be a chance to do that stagger back like she did, so she will go down in this blind technique. So what this technique is, you come up behind somebody and you grab them like you're gonna put, now normally the smaller person,
me to do
yeah,
that?
like a bear hug down low. Or you can grab my arms too, it doesn't matter, like wrap around like you're a big bully, right? You're gonna grab me and pull me somewhere.
Okay.
Now she's smaller than me. So what I wanna do in this thing, we've seen before about breaking this grip to get out. We're gonna do something different this time. So I'm going to try to get a little bit loose so I can maneuver. So if my arms are free enough, I can try to drill an elbow into her side, either one. If you're going to do that, keep your hand open. You can get greater pullback. I'm going to, like if she was taller than me, throw my head back of my head in the front of her face. That's going to start her a little bit. Eyes will water. So don't do these techniques. You can throw it like this here when you know the person knows you're not going to hit them. They can get their head to the side. And also stomp on a foot is the other thing you can do. This will loosen her grip. And there's a couple pressure points here. I'm going to show them in the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I leaned on one there. That's gallbladder 41. But that was a press. It's really a stomp pressure point. So you can stomp on somebody's foot. I'm not going to do that. It'll loosen his grip enough. So that, what I want to do is turn in her arms. Now, what I'm going to do is lower myself. And I'm going to, instead of stepping on her foot to lock it, I'm going to grab her leg. And I'm going to hit her center. I'm going to push her center back with like a forearm on my shoulder. While I'm holding her leg, she won't be able to, she's going to try to step back with that one, but I'm going to push her, she's going to go down, okay? So she's holding that.
I think I might go down on this one.
I'm getting loose, yeah. I'm leaning in, pushing back. Yeah, right. Push back. Yeah, right. Now, now that she's down, yeah, so she felt fine. She knows how to fall because she's a gymnast, not a martial artist. What I'm going to do for a finishing move is a couple things. So one is, there's a pressure point, it's called urinary bladder 57, right at the end of her calf muscle. It's right in here and it responds to a rub. You see her face? Yeah. So if you notice when she went down, this leg came right up underneath my arm. That's why when I was holding her leg, this thing can come right up underneath there. So I'm going to cup this arm underneath that.
Oh,
and I'm going to put pressure on her knee to keep her leg straight. And then I'm going to twist it here. Right? You can see the pressure point, it gets a good reaction. The other thing we're going to do is, we talk about wrist locks a lot. This is going to be an ankle lock. Now, point your toe up towards your shin. Yeah, flex it up, and then point it. See, that's probably not even 90 degrees. As flexible as she is, the ankle don't move all that much. So when I have this cupped up underneath my arm, and I'm putting this pressure on this pressure point, I'm also can stand up straight and bend that foot, bend that foot further than it wants to go.
Yeah.
And normally, if I'm just going to push this foot, their knee's going to come up. And it's going to relieve the pressure on here. That's why when I'm doing this and rubbing on the pressure point, I'm holding the knee down with my other hand, locking my grip. So she can't take the pressure off yet. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. So do you ever take pain as a gymnast, as an aerialist?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on up. Person with exceedingly high pain. It's feeling, well, it'll go away. It'll go away. Yeah. Pressure points, they don't usually have a long sustained. So, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same technique to you. So, we're going to go easy first. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab you.
Are we supposed to learn all that? All right,
yeah,
let's do it.
So, however you like, you can throw, I'm going to pull my head over here. So, like, if you throw your head back, boom, I catch it in the nose and the mouth. Yeah, you can stomp a foot and put, yes! Down I go. Okay, so, like, if you throw your head back, boom, I catch it in the nose and the mouth. Yeah, you can stomp a foot and put, yes! Down I go. Okay, wait.
Wait, I wasn't ready for it though. I wasn't ready for how fast I was going down.
Yeah, because I'm not so tricky as you to try to step out, right?
Okay.
Okay,
again?
same thing. Yes, again. So if you notice when you wrap around the arm, like your arm around here.
I gotta keep
yes, I left one thing out on that. If grab him again. If when I turn all the way here. And I was grabbing her leg. Go ahead and release her a second. I just want to show this.
Okay.
If I was doing this here and pushing her over, look where that leg's going to come up, right in the groin. So what you want to do is stack your feet between the attacker's feet, right? If I go this way and pull,
gotcha.
Ooh. So this way, I can just lean in and push her over that way.
Gotcha.
So make sure it's like 90 degrees,
Okay,
right? Your feet are stacked that way.
Okay.
Okay. Grab, gets down. Push, and see my leg came up right up underneath her arm. Gets down. Push, and see my leg came up right up underneath her arm. So that guy goes over. This one here, you want on the top to push the knee down. That one under.
This one.
Yeah, to push the knee down, and I sort of stand up straight, almost lean back to put the pressure on my ankle. Stand straight up.
I'm trying.
Straight up. Okay, good. Straight up. Straight up. You've got to bend on your waist.
Wait, oh, so
right?
I should this away.
Yes.
But then how do I get my arm weight on there?
Yeah, no, you lift me up.
Oh.
Like that, yeah, and rub the arm with this, yes, good, yes, and lean back, yes, good. Now, when she's in that position, go ahead, just hold it without putting a whole lot on.
Okay, all right.
I've got a leg that's free, so like maybe I'm gonna start kicking her or something. She's got a leg that's free, she can step on that leg and hold it in place, yes. And then do the same technique,
feel like
and I don't have no power to do anything. Then what she can do for a coup de grace, just go back in that position.
Okay.
She can put that leg on here.
Oh.
She can drop that knee right in my groin as a going away present, right? Like she said, oh, this guy got this guy, and then pop, or just stomp it, or just like stomp, and then go away, right?
That sounds painful.
It would be, yes. Very good. So now, regular speed, if you can remember how you stand straight up, lean that ankle back, push the knee down, okay. So I'm gonna come up on you hard, so you can stomp at maybe the side of my foot, to get loose, throw your head back. I'm going to have my head out of the way, so don't worry about that. So when you're training, safety's first, right? So I come up, I grab her, ooh! Lift it up, press it down on the knee, that's it. Yes, good, and step on my leg.
Does that hurt?
No, go ahead. I'll tap when I can't take, yes. I come up, I grab her, ooh! Lift it up, press it down on the knee, that's it. Yes, good, and step on my leg.
Does that hurt?
No, go ahead. I'll tap when I can't take, yes. Okay, good. Very good. Miss Brittany's, you can see she's super strong.
Did I do good?
You did very good.
Cool.
Yeah, very well, yes. So I was feeling it. You were feeling it when you went down.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So the pressure points are pretty potent. The locks are pretty potent. And you put these techniques together, yeah, I could be a big guy, and I'm going down, and I ain't gonna like what you're doing, and if you kiss me goodbye with a stomp, I'm out,
probably
right?
go.
Yeah. It don't matter how big the guy is, she just took me, right?
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, Miss Brittany.
Thank you, that was awesome.
Yes. Good job. Till next time, kamsahamnida, toodles. There are two pressure points, liver 3 and gallbladder 41, that can be struck or stomped on the top of the foot that would likely loosen the bear hug the attacker has applied from behind. Do not actually strike either of these pressure points during training. Place the ball or heel of your foot on them and press them to experience the activation sensation, as you saw Miss Brittany experience in the video. Stomp on a foot is the other thing you can do. This will loosen their grip. And there's a couple pressure points here I'm going to show them in the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I lean on one there. That's gallbladder 41. At the base of the calf, pressure point urinary bladder 57 responds to a press or rub. In this technique, use the top edge of your forearm, the radial bone, to grind into the pressure point and get a dramatic response. Urinary bladder 57, right at the end of her calf muscle. It's right in here and it responds to a rub. You see her face? Yeah. And then I'm going to twist it here. Right? You can see the pressure point, it gets a good reaction.
The so-called knockout of the 9th round. And I want
stepped
you to
on my
observe,
foot. He didn't knock me
we
down.
will get to that issue in just a moment. But let's take a look at the alleged knockdown, and you talk over it. This is 9th round.
Well, he was so dirty, he kept stepping on my toes all through the fight. It's an old trick old professionals got. You step on a man's toe and push, there you go, and push it down.
Well, what about that right?
Oh, that right. That's a
under
right
the
on my
heart.
side of my heart to knock me down.
Well, here it is in slow motion.
We got films. You got a paper you can show. The camera don't show. He stepped on my toe. He's right on my toe.
All right, now you've made a fair point. The camera doesn't show.
There you go.
This photograph is from the Cleveland
That's dirty.
Plain Dealer.
All that dirt was allowed that night by all the officials. So I did my right.
In other words, that was Wepner's foot on yours.
He did that all
How did
through
that
the fight.
cause you to go down?
When you're leaning backwards, it's an old trick. Archie Moore tell you, old great fighters, Jack Dempsey tell you, Sugar Ray Robinson tell you, when you step on a man's foot and you got him going backwards and you hold him, he'll fall. It's a natural thing when you're leaning back and you can't get your grip. All that dirt was allowed.
A few more interesting aspects of the Ali Wepner fight. Ali bloodied Wepner, broke his nose, and was the first man to knock Chuck Wepner down. Ali scored a technical knockout in the 15th round over Wepner. The fight inspired Sylvester Stallone to write the screenplay for Rocky, which led to Stallone's enormous success as an actor. Though I inadvertently used the Wepner trick of stepping on Eric's foot to knock him down as we sparred in Taekwondo at Ali's Deer Lake training camp, Eric, as Ali did to Wepner, cut me above my eye with a back hook.